Hi, I'm Mingjo Chen with the Lexus College, and I'm here to give you a quick overview of our Lexus ES350 virtual app for iPad. Like the Lexus GS350 app, you can find this one on the App Store so your guests can download it too. Keep in mind that this app is only available for iPad. Let's get started. This is what you'll see when you launch it. There are 3 sections to this app. Explore highlights key features that you can use for walkarounds with your guests. Compare puts the ES side by side with its primary competitors, Acura TL, Cadillac CTS, and the Mercedes C350. This is a great tool to have at your fingertips if you haven't had a chance to check out what your guests might be cross-shopping. And the third part of the app, Operate, shows you how to use some of the features on the ES, helping you to better explain them to your guest. Just think of it as a quick virtual owner's manual that you can also share with them if they have an iPad. Using the Explore section, let's go through some basic functions that apply throughout the entire app. Anytime you open up a section for the first time, there's a help screen that tells you what each button does. Close out of it by touching anywhere on the screen. You can bring it back at any time by selecting the question mark in the top left. One thing you notice right away is the screen moving. This app takes advantage of the iPad's native gyro function. Move the iPad to look all around the vehicle. Why is this important? Well, say you have a 2012 or older ES and you want to see the differences between the previous and new generations. Sit in the driver's seat, take your iPad, move it around, and you can easily do a comparison between the real car and the virtual one. If the gyro function isn't for you, select the gyro icon here and it will lock it in place. Whether it's locked or not, you can swipe to look all around and pinch and zoom to get down to the details. Ever forget the location of a button or switch? Now you don't have to go out to the lot to look inside a vehicle. You can do it right from your iPad. The yellow dots you see are hotspots, indicating there's information for that part of the vehicle. Or to see all the hotspots, select the yellow dot at the bottom, which will bring up the full list for this interior view. Let's open one up. If there are arrows, it means there's an animation. Press the right arrow to have it play through. Push the pause button at any time to hold that particular image. An arrow will always lead to more information or images, as this one does here. Selecting the red star with the exclamation point in the top right corner adds this topic to the favorites list. This way, if you need to refer back to a specific topic or want to customize a walkaround for a guest, you can get to it quickly. The star immediately fades once you've selected it, indicating that's been added to your favorites list. If you hit it again, it will be removed from the favorites. Let's leave it on the list. You can close any page by selecting the circled X at the top right corner. The hotspots you select turn from yellow to gray, helping you keep track of what you've reviewed and what you haven't. To access your favorites list, hit the red star at the bottom. You can see that the one we added is listed here. You can add as many hotspots as you want to this list. Select anywhere outside the box to close it out. Let's add a few more to the list. Clicking on the item will take you directly to the content. You can rearrange or delete topics from the list by using the Edit feature. Hit Done when you're finished. To reset the hotspots that you've reviewed, press the gray to yellow shaded circles at the bottom right corner of the page. The arrow in the left corner takes you to an exterior view where you'll find more hotspots. Spin the car around to find them. We've incorporated 3 challenges in this app, which are fun ways to learn more about the vehicle. There's one for the airbags in the Explore Interior section, one in the Compare section, which we'll get to in a bit, and there's one here for aerodynamics. Let's take a quick look. When you open the hotspot, you'll notice a red challenge button. It'll pull up a box with instructions. Here, you're challenged to find 5 aerodynamic features that help make ES quieter and more efficient. Notice the timer in the corner. Try to find them before the timer runs out. Don't worry, you can keep trying until you find them all, no penalties. To get back inside, close out this section and hit the little steering wheel icon. Now, let's go into Compare. I'm selecting the house icon at the very top left of the screen, which takes me to the home screen, and then to Compare. The competitors are listed at the bottom, and the red circles indicate the number of hotspots for each vehicle. Explore the various hotspots on the competitor, and it'll pull up information that compares it with the ES. You can add to your favorites list, and it will create one comprehensive list with what you've chosen earlier from the Explore section. The square and arrows icon in the top right corner puts you in full screen mode with a single vehicle. This is another great way to use the gyro function. If you're in the new ES and your guest has a question about a competitor feature or function, you can sit in the driver's seat and go over the differences between the two vehicles. Or if you just want to see the differences yourself and haven't spent much time at a competitor, this is a great way to get an overview. For this section and the Explore section, you can hold the iPad horizontally or vertically, and you can choose between a vertical or horizontal split screen. And if you swipe or zoom when you jump from competitor to competitor, it'll give you the exact same perspective and zoom. Select the arrow to get an exterior view. Let's go back to the home page and dive into the Operate section, which serves as a great tool for learning, delivery, and follow-up. Let's take a look at the turn signals how-to. Overview describes the particular feature. Practice provides you step-by-step instructions on how to use a feature. Follow the steps and see what happens in the third screen. Some of the features have a simulator section, which lets you interact freely with a feature to see what happens. And if you're the type who likes videos, selecting video will access a list of all videos for the Operate section, and you can just sit back and watch. What's great about this app is that you can email links to the videos directly to your guests. Select the envelope button, and it'll set up the email with links to the videos. It's a great way to follow up with a guest or save them a trip back to the dealership just to answer a simple question. I hope you found this step-by-step useful and that you'll keep using the app as a reference and learning tool. If you haven't already, check out our other apps on the GS350 and Inform emulator, also on the App Store. Remember, you can find all education resources at LexusEshowroom.com and Lexus TV.